A city where the tales are tall, where adventures unfold.
Rescue divers have found the missing boy.
And where, with a little help, the impossible is possible. You can make believe it here.
Storytelling plays an important role in human culture. Yet for film and TV producers bringing Australian stories to life on screen, it can be challenging to build an ongoing business and keep it strong. Because of the way films and TV programs are financed, producers have not always ended up with much of a stake in the ongoing success of their projects. To help rectify this, the Australian government introduced a targeted tax incentive known as the producer offset. For any eligible project, the offset is paid by the government to the production company through the company's tax return after the project is completed, and represents a secure government contribution of up to 40% of the cost for feature films and 20% for television and other projects. This gives producers a head start when stitching together the complex deals it takes to finance a film or TV project. Most projects involve some combination of marketplace finance, loans, grants, and equity finance. At the outset, all ownership or equity in a project is held by the producer. Equity is a valuable commodity because parties with equity in a project are the ones who will benefit from any ongoing or future earnings. A producer's equity won't change if they use grants, loans, or their own capital to make up the budget. And the crucial advantage of the producer offset is that the producer keeps the equity its contribution represents, even though they may have to borrow the funds to cover it until the payment comes in. The producer may also raise equity finance by selling a share of the project to other investors. This spreads the risk of potential losses between the parties, but also lowers the producer's equity and thus their share of potential rewards. Marketplace finance, by contrast, doesn't relate to project ownership. It simply gives the relevant contributor, whether a distributor, a sales agent, or broadcaster, the ability to exploit the project in the market or on-sell the right to do so. And their benefits are limited to recouping their costs and advance payments and earning a fee or commission from handling the project. This complex mix of marketplace, loans and equity finance is what creates the structure for distributing back to the investors any revenue the project earns. It sets up a kind of revenue waterfall. Exactly what happens when the revenue starts flowing depends on the particular financing structure for each project. But as a general rule, the marketplace will take its share of revenue first, and loans are quickly repaid to minimise interest, and because priority payment is often a condition of the loan. Investors with equity, including the producer, will then start recouping their money, with some having priority over others, and percentage splits sometimes varying over time, all determined by the deals done when the film was financed. The bottom line is, the greater the equity share, the greater the share of any revenue the investor is likely to get. That's why the producer offset is so important. Not only is it a secure government contribution to the project's budget, but it gives producers equity they wouldn't otherwise have had, and more options when putting the finance together. They might use a portion of their equity to entice potential investors with a more lucrative deal, such as a better position on the waterfall, or the offer of more equity than their investment alone would deliver. Or they may simply decide to take full advantage of any future revenue stream by holding on to their maximum equity share. Whatever the choice, the flexibility offered by the producer offset can enhance the ongoing capacity of the Australian production sector in bringing Australian stories to our screens.
Welcome to Australia.
The notion of what is an Australian story, I think, is becoming increasingly sophisticated and diverse.
Who and how this country is made up is constantly evolving.
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
I think times have changed. I think Australian films have changed. Now Australian films are seen as a really interesting, important voice
What characterises Australia is our outsider perspective. We're such a bastard culture in a way. Throw all of that into the melting pot and it comes out with an Australian voice.
We're the best girl group you'll ever see.
To have windows into these different worlds that bring us together as a very powerful medium.
What do you want?
We're winning Academy Awards, right across the board.
Whenever you go to America, they say, what is it in the water that produces so many Australian actors who are working internationally?
There is a great wealth of talent, and it's not just the actors. It's the people behind the camera.
And the stories they're telling really connect, and that's what people want. And not just Australian audiences.
Certain stories resonate with the rest of the world.
I need you to remember so I can remember.
And that's great filmmaking.
The Australian voice, I think, is a unique voice, and such a huge variety of stories we can tell in this country.
Because we're pushing and we're trying, we have a better chance of being able to connect with an audience.
Yeah, you're right.
And that's what they're drawn to now, the stories, not just the Australianness.
I mean, cinema reflects back to a society what it means to be alive, what it means to be human.
I feel like you can sense the country expanding with its level of understanding.
There is something unique about the Australian spirit that I think shines on screen.
It is the lucky country into which everyone's invited.
Come on.
When we first come to this land, you look but you not see. I close my eyes and count to 3.
1, 2,
3.
There is only one choice to make today. Stand up for justice, humanity, and compassion, or forever be on the wrong side of history.
Sometimes you have to make the decision no one else can. But I'm counting on you to see this through.
Do you have it in you to make it epic?
Enjoy the ride!
This should be interesting.
We die as warriors.
Childhood is never history. Childhood is always with us.
Now you got your eyes open for the first time.
There's a city that has all the makings of a great story.
Doing a movie and on the Gold Coast was really special. I can find a lot of things here. You can be on the beach, you could do water work, you could be in the desert, you could be out in the country, you could be in a rainforest, because we realized we could find different environments here on the Gold Coast that we always originally planned for the film, so that was a huge advantage for us.
One of the incredible things about the Gold Coast is actually just how many crew are here, including people who can run world-class DC blockbusters, as well as independent and small Australian films. And then you just have every destination of the world literally compacted here into one place. So it really does make it very compelling to make these shows here.
It's about trying to find the best place that drives the film location for the narrative of the story, and the Gold Coast is always in discussion.
The Gold Coast is a great place to shoot, not just because of the natural beauty of the place and being able to put environments on screen that we've never seen before in a big Marvel movie, but also the stages at the Village Roadshow really were an amazing place to work and spend every day.
You can make believe it. Here.
Queensland and the crews here have made magic happen.
It really is top-notch. Can't be a better place to make a film than here.
This really is the perfect place to come and shoot.
Everything we need is right here, and that's what makes it so easy.
It was really the highlight of my career. I loved living and working in the Gold Coast.
It's been an excellent experience for me. I mean, not only from a financial standpoint, but excellent crew base. It has the right geography, the right climate, the right locations. We shot at the international airport, which was huge.
You literally had nothing lacking here as far as locations went.
We found that in the Gold Coast that we could recreate almost anywhere.
It's amazing. There's everything. So we had no problems with any locations, from sea, sand, mountains to everything.
It's so film friendly here. Look of it, the people, the access, the weather, the facilities. I mean, it's kind of a dream.
With a facility like it has, the availability of equipment, the crew base, the talent in the crew base, and the weather, which has been amazing and consistent and something you can count on.
It's the facilities, it's the crew base, it's the work ethic of the crew base.
The Queensland crew we've worked with are warm and happy and so skilled.
The crews in Queensland, there are a lot of people who have a really unique blend of skills because they've worked on a lot of Hollywood movies that have come through the studios.
It really is top-notch crews. I mean, there wasn't, I've said this many times, there wasn't one department that I would want to change out.
Quality of the crews and the competitive pricing for what the local labor and services, it's an A+.
There were a lot of great casting agencies, but the one that we went with, we did a lot of work with the local community.
We have great actors right up in Brisbane. I mean, they're literally like right here. I learned about the incentives that Queensland provides and that the government provides, and it was just nowhere else was really discussed after that. We were so excited.
It's about saving money, it's about good rates, good equipment, good crews, but it's also about rebates and incentives. And on top of that, you have things like the weather and everything else. It's a slam dunk.
Without the Premier's office stepping in, without Screen Queensland stepping in, without any question, we would not be in Australia. This movie would have been shot in New Zealand.
I worked here about 3 or 4 years ago on a movie called San Andreas, which was a great experience. And having done that movie and knowing that this movie was coming up, it was one of the primary reasons of us coming here was the fact that I knew the groundwork and what had happened here and how well it went.
Would I consider bringing other productions here? Yes, I would. This is the second one I brought here.
I would highly recommend Queensland.
Without question, I would bring another film here.
If I was asked tomorrow, I'd say yes today. It was an excellent experience all the way through.
I'd come back in a minute, and interestingly, my family would as well too.
I would 100% recommend Queensland as a destination to other filmmakers. 100%.
Here we go. Strap in.
This is going to be such fun.
Let me tell you how it goes. I know the flow. I will show ya. You ain't never gonna feel. You need to steer. You got it in ya. Do you feel it? Yeah, you do.
I'm in heaven.
Look back, baby, girl, this time, let them know who you are. You got it in ya.
This is gravy.
Feel like a pro, let go. Tell you like it's yours, oh no. And everybody that you know, don't know. You know better, don't ya? You see this dress, you got it. This fits so good, you flaunt it. How you get so iconic? I see you, babe. Can't wait for later. My favorite flavor, like blue lifesaver. Can't get enough of you. Come on and show what you know. Masterpiece, you send that so low key. Come on, make a scene. There's no doubt, it's what you're made to do. Go all out, go shout it from the roof. Come on and show what you know.
Run away.
Yes!
I just get that out of my system.
Can you keep a secret?
You are beautiful, but you're the best.
Steady, people. Steady.
You're enjoying this.
I'm calling Blue back. What does the photo say about me?
You're strong and brave.
Every passing minute, places like this grow more precious.
Come on, cowboy.
The last people that saw this shit were the people that went down on it.
Fear's only natural, mate. Daring to try it, that's mankind for you.
It's where I feel most alive.
They can take the Noongar out of the country. They can't take the country out of the Noongar.
You'll find it if they want you to.
I won't let your daughter.
She wanted us to leave all this behind.
We do not choose this way of life. It chose us.
And then we went back to war.
The Aboriginal cadets, they're going to bridge that gap.
Children need music. The heartbeat, that rhythm that keeps us alive, it's in all of us.
That's what you call mission accomplished.
I absolutely adore you.